So we've been here before with the Old English classic tale Beowulf being targeted by political correctness. And so it is again as students are being warned that they may be triggered by representations of black magic, monsters, death and blood while reading the story of the Geatish hero's exploits. The text, that was written between 700 and 1000 AD, is among 30 to be slapped with a content warning at the University of Aberdeen to alert undergraduates to material that contains references to animal death, eating disorders and ableism. The trigger warning is included as part of the university's module called Lost Gods and Hidden Monsters of the Celtic and Germanic Middle Ages. It states, texts studied on this course contain representations of violence, coercion, animal cruelty or animal death, incest, suicide, explicit sexual content and ableism. The red flag over Beowulf and other tales warns of blasphemy, defecation, psychological violence, pain, alcohol abuse, symbols of evil, black magic in medieval literature. It also warns of the presence of blood and eating disorders. There will be monsters, students were cautioned. The warnings were appended to the work despite Beowulf being considered one of the most important works of Old English literature. One point of contention is the depiction of the monster Grendel, who is referred to by the West Saxon Old English word unhelu, which is translated as infirm. Some have pointed to this description as equating good with being able-bodied and evil with disability. The university's policy on content warning states, "The mental health and well-being of students is a primary concern of the school." A spokesman for the university said this allowed controversial subjects to be explored in an inclusive environment. He added, "No texts have been withdrawn from any course reading lists because of concerns about their content. Literature has the power to affect lives and how we think. Alternative texts are offered in a small number of optional courses where the primary texts have explicit representations of sexual violence, which can be deeply upsetting to some students depending on their own personal experiences. Students are informed about the content of the texts, and as critically mature adults, they are empowered to make their own decision about which text to read. This approach enables us to explore controversial topics that could otherwise be difficult to address in an inclusive and supportive environment. Our guidelines on content warnings were developed in collaboration with student representatives, and we have never had any complaints about them. On the contrary, students have expressed their admiration for our approach. We are an international university with students from over 130 countries, and as such there is a wide range of cultural diversity with students sometimes reading in a second or third language. Our content warnings reflect the fact that every student is different and do not seek to tell them what they should or should not find challenging. So, my own view is that history and historical literature is full of horror and strangeness that seems utterly alien and senseless to us today. But warning students and risking them disengaging with these subjects is dangerous. It potentially robs them of discovering one of the greatest earlier medieval works and the insights into the period it offers. Furthermore, shying away from the horrors of the past risks failing to learn from them and possibly repeating them. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and most importantly subscribe. And thanks for watching.